Welcome back to DC Silver Age Storytime, and we're in the Golden Age again with More Fun Comics number 67 featuring the Spectre. This one was published in May 1941. The story is called The Incredible Robberies, and I do like this cover. The Spectre isn't as big as sometimes he's shown, but it's still a pretty good cover. So there are a series of inexplicable crimes, weird crimes including was a letter flying away and then some money melting, and so the chief calls Jim Corrigan in to investigate, and he thinks the Spectre's behind it. A call comes in, calling all cars, robbery of valuable exhibits in progress at the Gentry Galleries. So Jim Corrigan goes out there and spots some stick-up men who fire a bullet at, I guess, one of the one of the workers there. Doesn't really look like a guard, but the bullets turn to popcorn, and so the thieves flee, and as the Spectre tries to stop them, their car simply vanishes. So the Spectre flies off into another dimension to follow them, and a spirit says, "I warn you, do not meddle or you will be destroyed, and maybe you think you can do it." As the Spectre leaps at the dark black cloud, unexpected bolts of energy force him back into the material dimension. And my light is flashing up there. I think I need to replace a bulb. So the Spectre says that he's not making any progress, and this fellow named Dija Cthulhu comes along and suggests that he can capture the Spectre. So he starts. They decide, okay, well, let's give it a try. Although Jim Corrigan is obviously skeptical. Dija does an incantation. Ulada Sorora Kati Dome. That's strange. Weird forces battling within me, seeking to draw the Spectre into the view. And the Spectre does appear. I'm helpless. I can't move. So this guy's legit. He's for real. And that light is really annoying me. They put the handcuffs on him, but the Spectre just disappears. He escaped me. Why? Conditions were unfavorable. We'll try again some other time. So he's not a charlatan. He's legit. And later on, you could see him calling more spirits to commit crimes. And they are coming back with treasure. So it's kind of weird because these criminals here certainly look like regular old criminals, but these guys here are certainly not. He once again, does he summon? No, the Spectre just shows up. He's forced denizens of the spirit world to commit his crimes for him. Somehow I've got to trick him. I've got it. I'll disguise myself then. So he sends Spectre off to steal the Baguna Ruby, and the Spectre decides he's going to do it, but by choice. He's just trying to lure Dija in. So he returns with the ruby after he steals it. "You have done well." But Mr. Cthulhu turns away. A strange light leaps into his eyes as his supersensory intuition informs him something's amiss. So he knows. And he orders the Spectre. "These are my orders. Destroy the city hospital. Let everyone see you are to blame. This one destructive act of the Spectre will finish any good he can do on Earth. I must be off to launch my greatest offense." So the Spectre grows to enormous size, and he's going to destroy the hospital. Meanwhile, now they look even different. They looked like regular people. Then they had kind of purple outfits. Now they look quite like the Spectre, actually. "No, we cannot do what you ask." You see, he wants them to commit crimes. "But you must go. I command you, go." So he sends them off to commit a bunch of crimes. Millions all mine. That light is killing me. I really have to replace it. So he's out there and launches an attack on the hospital, but the Ring of Life stops it. And then it causes him to shrink back to human size and then he's laying on the pavement. The police pick him up, put him in the paddy wagon, and take him off, but he just escapes, as always. Meanwhile, Dija has in some kind of vehicle. I don't really know what to make of Dija. He seems like a normal human, but boy, he's got some super magic and technology and all sorts of stuff. So the Spectre follows him in this vehicle and destroys it. But his spirit is still alive and flees into. He wants to lose him in the darkness. Halt, I warn you, halt. If I can only pass that nebula, I'm safe, but he gets him. Let me go, you can have the loot, but don't harm me. But the Spectre says that he needs to be destroyed, so he kills Dija Khathun, hurls him, I guess, into the fiery nebula, and then he returns all of the loot. You are free to return to your eternal rest. We thank you. So they do really now at this point look just like the Spectre. But what I can't understand, Jim, is why the Spectre returned all that loot after getting away with it. Isn't it possible that he wasn't to blame for that crime? That's quite possible. Nonetheless, I don't know why Jim Corrigan says this. Nonetheless, the Spectre is a menace to the law, and I promise not to rest until I put him behind bars. Really, give it up. It's just not working. I seem to recall that you tried that once, but he walked out through the bars. Now, I think he's tried it multiple times. The Spectre cannot be contained. So anyway, that's More Fun Comics number 67.